Everybody, and welcome back to What's on the Shelf Part 28. And on my 28th cubby, I have Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, Architect of the West Kingdom, Ratus Cartus, and The Captain is Dead. So Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, I've had this game for quite a while. It was one of the first game I've purchased for my collection. And it's a deck builder game that's also a cooperation game. So everybody is playing as one of the student from the Hogwarts school, and you're battling together trying to overcome the bad guys from the movies. And actually, following the movie storyline, you start with year one, and you open the box for year one, and that's what you have access to. Then when you defeat that one, you go to year two, and you get new cards and new monsters, and they don't replace, but they get added on to the first year monster. So year three, you have the bad guys from year one, two, and three now, as well as the cards from all three years as well. So your spells become more powerful, and you become a bit better as well, but the bad guys become more powerful as well. It's really interesting, and it has the full 7 years in there. Definitely keeps it interesting, and the further you come, like, the more things that gets brought into the game as well. You get more bad guys at the same time. Like, the game becomes more complicated as well, but you also become more powerful. It's a really fun one. I've really enjoyed this one. Next one I have is Architect of the West Kingdom, which is a worker placement game from the West Kingdom series. This was the first one in that series. This one is really interesting. And when I remember when I played it the first time, it felt quite unique because you're sending your workers at these different locations that'll do different things. You can collect resources, and then when you send more workers there, the more workers you have, the more you get out of it. So you would collect even more resources. So building up your workers in one location actually makes that location more powerful for you. But then at one point, so you're doing this, you never actually bring your guys back. And at one point, one of the other players can go in at that location and send all of your guys off to jail, and they get paid for doing that. And once they're in jail, then you can reclaim your guys, bring them back to kind of start assigning them elsewhere as well. It's a really neat, interesting game, and I like the different things that you do. Out of the series, like I mentioned, though, I haven't played the third one yet, but this is my favorite one from that series so far. Next game I have in that cubby is Ratus Cartus, the card game. I bought a lot, like a box of games, and this one happened to be in there. I haven't played it yet, but it sounds really interesting. So in this game, it takes place in the 1300s during the Black Plague. And the king is dead, and you're all princes trying to claim the throne. So you're going around the country, visiting with in different areas, trying to recruit people to your cause to support you in becoming the new king. So you're doing that and trying to avoid the rats, which I'm not sure how the rats work. As I mentioned, I haven't played this, but they are carrying in the plague and spreading this disease, and you're trying to survive as you're trying to claim the throne. So it looks interesting. I'll have to get that one played and then let you know how this one actually turns out, but it seems neat. And then the last one in my cubby is The Captain is Dead, and I love this one. I bought this as a Christmas gift for Lee because we've been building our Star Trek themed collection. So technically this one is not officially part of that IP, but it refers to it in indirect ways that's just hilarious. And in The Captain is Dead, reminds me a bit of the pandemic style game. So the captain just died. We're the rest of the crew. We need to get out of there. We're being overcome by aliens. Bad things are happening all the time, but we can't warp because the warp core is damaged. So you got to go around and collect skills to be able to fix the warp core enough time so that it's functioning again and can get out. But in the meantime, every round, different things are happening, different things are malfunctioning, and you got to keep fixing that. It's It's so good. I really like this game a lot. But this also is a very challenging game. I think we beat it once because we played it incorrectly a little bit. But it's, even though it's so unforgiving, I really enjoy this one. It kind of really creates that sense of panic, like, oh my god, we're gonna get this done, and you can kind of see what's coming up, and it's so good. And then you select your different characters depending on who you are, the ability of what you can do. So good, so good. One of my favorite games. So that was it for this cubby. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, my Facebook page is Disbury and Area is Playing All the Game. I'm also on Instagram as BoardGame_Mama, and my YouTube channel is BoardGameMama. So stay tuned for the next What's on the Shelf, and we'll see you guys later.